What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Brutal Planet Comics. I'm your host, Dre, the Brute Daniels. Happy Wednesday to you all. Whoo, boy. So, last night, Echo dropped, and I binge watched the whole thing.
My God.
And one thing I can say that this was really boring. Thank you, Homer Simpson. I can see why they dropped this all in one day. There was a lot of choppy editing. There was a lot of things that definitely went wrong here, and I can see where things messed up at. Now, I'll try to be a positive Pete. I'm gonna point out some of the positive things from this show. It's not all bad, but good Lord Jesus, this was a very boring watch. So there's gonna be some spoilers ahead. So, be warned. So, oh my goodness, let's get into this. So the show starts off fine enough. We have Maya as a young girl, chilling with her family. You know, great stuff, normal stuff, and I enjoyed that. There was some decent character building for some of her grandparents and stuff, so that was nice. But of course, her mom gets in a car accident and bites the big one, and this is where the issues start. So in this accident, a blade goes through Maya's foot, and let's just see her reaction. Now, I'm not going to sit here and blame the child actors for this. This is definitely a direction thing, and no reaction, no nothing. She ends up going to the hospital. Still no reaction to her losing a foot. Like, it's some bad acting, but I'm not going to blame the child actress for this. But speaking of the hospital, this is where things just kind of get out of control for me. So Echo's grandmother blames her father for the accident.
What?
Your guess is as good as mine. He wasn't even there. He wasn't even driving. But then she, in anger, banishes him and her granddaughter from the Native American Reserve for decades. This was just so outlandish and didn't make any sense, and there is no comeuppance for this behavior at any resolution. That jaunt was absolutely wild, and I could not believe what I was seeing. So we go through all the Hawkeye stuff, which nobody really cares about, and we're back to present day, and so she leaves New York, and she's heading back to her home in Oklahoma. So her plan is to take down all of the Kingpin's, I don't know, train rail. It doesn't.
Rage quit.
There's no plot to this movie. Let's tell the truth and shame the devil. There's not really a plot. It's just random things happening. Now, to this show's credit, there's some nice little flashbacks of great Native American women of the past.
Of course!
Now, personally, I don't think this ties into anything legitimately through the story, except all the women of Echo's family are great, and they have powers, and they can pass it through her. Now, this is really cringeworthy, but as far as the cinematography is concerned, it was really nice, and it had a good showcase of of fun Native American history. That's all I really got. Now, we all know the show's choreography was not good. We saw the Daredevil scene and all the other stuff that leaked and all that stuff. But this scene was actually really good. Now, this was from later on in the show. There was in the skating ring. It's actually a fun little action sequence. That was actually worth my time. That was actually kind of fun. That, I think, is the only part that I really enjoyed. So that scene was cool, but the rest of it was just schlock. Just getting to this point, I was literally just looking at my watch. It was very boring up to this point. And quite frankly, easily the best character was Kingpin. Vincent D'Onofrio has not missed a freaking step. He was phenomenal. He was menacing. When he was in the show, he was chewing up the scenery. I really enjoyed everything that he was doing. Bravo on him. He fit this character like an old glove, and that was really cool. And to the show's credit, once again, it was a cool showcase of Native American culture. It was featured in the finale. A lot of cool stuff there, showing like a celebration and nice traditional headdresses and stuff, and Disney apparently actually went to the Native American reserve to be able to use all this stuff and use the people and all of the great stuff. So you know, credit there. That was nice and that was cool. But of course, we have to have a evil white man that's trying to destroy the festivities.
Of course!
You know, the same old tropes, and him and his crew are easily dispatched. Blah, 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 boring, same old, same old. But in this finale, something bizarre truly happens. Echo, like, summons the power of all the great Native American women of her past and imbues her grandmother and her cousin with Super Saiyan abilities, and they just start beating the absolute tar out of people. And I just and anyway, she confronts Kingpin and goes into his mind with her newfound powers.
What? What are you talking about?
And tries to heal his trauma from childhood and
Nani?
this cringeworthy nonsense. And then he just kind of leaves and that's it. It's just, oh God almighty. And so she, you know, goes to the family cookout at the end and talks to her grandmother, and her grandmother loves her. Her grandmother suffers no negative consequences for her 20 years of abandonment, which literally shaped who Maya became, and no lessons were learned. You know, the usual. This was impressive. This was impressively boring. Good Lord Almighty. And then we have an end credit scene of Wilson Fisk thinking about running for mayor, so we can go into Born Again. Somehow it's gonna segue into that. I gotta tell you, this joint was very, very boring, and I really did not enjoy myself. I had to keep my eyes freaking peeled open just so I can get through this thing. So ultimately, what do I think? I can see why this joint was all dropped in one day. This was extremely boring. The action sequences are few and far and in between. This joint does not earn this mature rating at all. At all. There's one good fight scene that I really enjoyed. The rest of it is kind of weird, cringe story, and you can tell that this was diced up several times. The direction is all over the place. Some of the cinematography is very nice, like those flashbacks of the Native American women. Those scenes are very nice. They ultimately are inconsequential, but it was nice cinematography. The nice featuring of Native American culture was really cool, but other than that, I was pretty much bored to tears. But you know what won't bore you to tears? Another seamless transition. Travel the Weather Within is currently in demand. I will leave a link in the description section below. Definitely check it out. So what do you guys think about Echo? Maybe you enjoyed it. Maybe you thought it was the best Disney Plus show of all time. Let me know in the comment section below. And do those great YouTube things. Like, comment, subscribe, and share the video. As always, you guys have been awesome. I'll catch you all next time.